Hey, this is Bill Pescosolido, and coming to you from my home office in Frisco, Texas. And today is day 7 of my 30-day video challenge. Actually, I took a couple days off. Our primary company had a big event this weekend in Dallas, so I was very preoccupied. So, I'm a few days behind. But today technically would be the 7th video, at least, that I've done, so I'm calling it day 7. And today I want to talk to you about something that actually came up while we were at this big event, this weekend-long conference thing. I was talking to a few people who are also on our team and involved in the same company, and they mentioned to me that they had a reluctance to pick up the phone and either call leads or pick up the phone and just talk to people about our business opportunity. And I thought, and I asked the guy, I said, "Hey, well, what is it that you're reluctant about? What are you afraid of?" And he's like, "I just don't know. I just know that it's like the phone weighs 20 pounds, and I can't pick it up to call that lead or talk to that person." And so I wanted to talk about that today. What I've always known as what's called call reluctance, either cold call reluctance or prospect reluctance. And I want to tap into a few things, a few facets of that might help you if you are experiencing the same thing. If you are afraid to pick up the phone, or if you are reluctant to call leads or prospects about your opportunity because maybe you just don't know where to start. But I think the first thing that we have to examine is, so first of all, what are you reluctant about? What are you afraid of? Well, it could be that you're afraid of rejection, that they will reject you or the opportunity. It could be that you're afraid of knowing what to say. You just don't know what you're supposed to say or how it's supposed to go, and there's that fear that something might go wrong, and so therefore, as opposed to making a call and having something go wrong, you choose to just not make the call at all. That's the subconscious kicking in, and I'll talk about that in another video. A third reason that you might have cold call reluctance or prospect reluctance is fear of saying the wrong thing. Now this is different than the previous fear of it going wrong. This is saying the wrong thing, as in you haven't yet mastered your pitch, or you haven't mastered yet what you want to say. So you say to yourself, well, I gotta know all this stuff first. I've got to understand the comp plan and memorize the back office and know all the ingredients in the product or whatever. Know everything about my company before I actually talk to someone on the phone. Because I need to have all the information. I need to be armed with everything before I even talk to anyone at all. And these are legitimate. I'm not, and don't take this as I'm making fun of you. If you fall into any of these categories, I'm not trying to poke fun. I'm trying to just bring out, flush out what I feel is going on here and how you can overcome that. So let's tackle the first one, which is just the fear of picking up the phone because you might get rejected. All right. Well, here's what I want to tell you is that no one is rejecting you, right? And they're not even rejecting the company. What they're really saying is that's not for me, or more specifically, that's not for me right now. Right? Maybe I'm too busy, or we have too many other things, or I don't think I need that in my life right now, or I'm not interested in that. But it's not rejecting you, right? It's not. They're not rejecting you. You're not a bad person or anything like that. They're simply just saying, now it's not the time for me. Does that make sense? Now, let's say the person who's afraid to pick up the phone because fear of Fear of saying the wrong thing, let's just say fear of saying the wrong thing. Well, here's a reality: when you speak to someone about your opportunity, they're hearing about this for the first time. They don't know what you're supposed to say or not. They don't know the ingredients. They don't know the value of the product. They don't know the compensation plan. I mean, they don't know anything. All they know is that you're introducing to them, exposing them to a possible opportunity or to a possible product. They don't know what you're supposed to say or not. They don't know how a good call was supposed to go versus a bad call. They don't know any of that stuff. So what does it matter what you say as long as you just say something, right? Because if you keep waiting until you're a master at this, you'll never get there. I mean, you got to actually start picking up the phone. You have to start talking to people in order to ever really hone your craft and get good. And I hear a lot of people say, well, you know, I want to wait until I have a ton of leads, and I'll call all the leads first that I've generated online and practice with them. And then once I'm really good, then I'll go and talk to people I know, the friends or the family or the waitress at the sushi restaurant or whatever. And, you know, I guess I get that, but I think it's just an avoidance procedure. I think it's just procrastination. And again, it's your subconscious getting in the way. Your subconscious is trying to prevent you from getting into a possible negative situation. But the reality is, these people might be interested, right? They might actually say, yeah, Bill, tell me more. And if you keep building these barriers in your own mind, conscious or subconscious, if you don't allow yourself to talk to these people, you're actually preventing yourself from having success. You're actually sabotaging your own business being built, right? So whether it's a lead or a prospect that you've purchased or generated, whether it's a person in your warm market that you went to college with or used to work with or that you're neighbors with, you've got to just ask them, you know, are you open to this? Would you like to get the details? Does this sound like something you might want more information on? I mean, that's really all. And some will say yes and some will say no. And probably a lot more will say no, but that's okay. It's not right for them. And if they say no, you say, cool, no big deal. Who do you know that would like to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month? Or who do you know would like to win free vacations? Or who do you know would like to have an additional stream of income? Because that's who I'm really looking to work with. It's okay if it's not you, Mr. Neighbor or Uncle Fred. It's okay. No big deal. But who do you know that's seriously looking to change their life right now? Because that's who I want to work with. So if you kind of get over the worry of saying the wrong thing because they don't know what you're supposed to say anyway, get over having to understand the comp plan and the company in and out because they don't care about that stuff anyway. And even if you were to start diving into the comp plan, well, when talking to this person, they're probably going to get so overwhelmed that they'll run away anyway. Right? They're like, wow, this guy's really seriously pitching me. So instead, I always say, err on the side of saying too little rather than saying too much. And that's going to help get you off the hook. If you're new to this and you're struggling with what to say, err on the side of saying too little. That'll keep them curious. That'll keep them wanting more, right? As opposed to you erring on the side of saying too much, that's going to have them running to the hills. They're going to run away, far, far away. They're going to never want to hear from you again. They'll block your call because they felt you just crammed an opportunity down their throats by sharing so much information, right? So I hope this helps. I hope some of these pointers were useful for you, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.